Googling. And quick, can I try? Elias! Witness the best. He just did it. I just wanted to try for a second. When I have different games. I will put that one. Okay.
I think he's doing wonderful. He has come so far in the time that he's been here. The difference is amazing. I'm not good at all with sign language. I haven't actually had the time to concentrate on it. Yet he can still communicate with me a lot better than he ever has. Just by little words that I know and the acting it out if he has to. The communications with the teacher, the staff, is they work with the parents. It's hard to get that in a lot of other places, working with the parents. And I'm more or less crazy busy, which I'm trying to change, yet they're willing to work around schedules with me and still keep me in the loop. And it's not expensive here. For the learning that he gets and the attention that he gets, the price is wonderful.
And then we saw 7. Does this look very healthy like this one here? No. Yeah, that is corn. Annalise, would you like to put